the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers. We're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here in Week 4. Calvin Austin on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. He crashes through a tackle. And he starts us off with a 5-yard pickup. Second down coming up. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
A give, this is Johnson. Breaks the tackle, he's got space ahead. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
He puts a mirror under it deep down the left. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. On the return, here's Travion Henderson. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Cleats lead this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. And it doesn't get the first, but considering what nearly happened on that play, Brock, they're going to be pretty happy with that game. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Off the play action, May. Finding Flowers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Here's our first look at the rookie out of Mississippi State. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Headed out right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
To the air yet again, May. Will get it completed to Travion Henderson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Patriots.
Again, it's May. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's May. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's May, 3rd and goal. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Our coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Ready? Let's go.
Back to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, so he's just going to hurl this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The Steelers set to punt it. Back deep is Williams. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A pickup of 17. And that's a New England 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. It's Henderson on the give. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 2nd quarter. That's the end of one here. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. All right, time to get this 2nd quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. Henderson will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Another shot here for Henderson. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Just 3 yards between them and a touchdown. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, here's May. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots start to fight back with their first points of this game. This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Patriots tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
And off to Johnson out of his own lead. And he cuts it back right. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. They'll throw it here on 1st. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
70.
Pass play now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out at about the 15-yard line. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Tackle made right around the 26. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he gets it forward and still about a yard out of that. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. 3rd and long for him here. And the defender's there to knock this away. And that effort means it's 4th down. Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Baringer to do the honors. And he's brought down before the return gets far. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
We get to Johnson to start this drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll go play action. Caught by Washington, left side. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. First and 10 from the 32. Starting on the ground with Henderson. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
May off the play fake. He gets it into the hands of Jalen Cole. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
May on 1st and 10. Connecting on the slant. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They go play action. Here's May. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's May again. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's incomplete for now. He brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Bronc, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott? Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're up and running once again. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Henderson here from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. It is cut left side. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd down.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the 1st half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the 2nd half, especially when one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And this is down to the 28s before the defense halts it.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They're going to try and throw it here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. So the Steelers turning things over to the field goal unit. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded by Henderson. This makes it up to the 25. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Passing downfield, working the left. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. One play in, Brock in his drive is already into enemy territory. The give now to Henderson. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Off the play action, May. Nice gain left side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Henderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
On play action, here's May. Flushed out of the pocket. Holt's got it right side. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Run here with Henderson. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Here's May to the air. Drop this to Henderson underneath. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
I call this quarterback's best friends. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Henderson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Here's May, 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a third-quarter lead. Corey Dallas on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots take a 4-point lead. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready. 70, step along.
Now an inside give to Johnson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. He's running with it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
So 1st down from the 41. Throwing from the gun here. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
Back now, pressure coming. They'll find Johnson out of the backfield. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
70, step along.
Motion man sent left. Throwing again on 2nd. Throwing the out route complete. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded by Henderson. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The New England offense running out now. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a New England first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he gets a few on the post forward.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. On the right side, Henderson. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. May. Catch made underneath by the back. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They connect for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down. They go play action. Here's May. Brought in right side. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. The give now to Henderson. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Patriots take a 4th quarter lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steelers offense headed out. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it's going to be 2nd down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
They're going to think this over before trying 3rd and 1. They take a timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 5 men in the secondary now for the Pats. 3rd down.
Check the Eagles.
Looking to throw. Pressure comes, and there's no place to go. The Patriots got him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers needing 4 points. All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down. Desperation time here. Trying to push deep downfield. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Kyle Decker makes the play. And the Patriots make the play that should win them this game.
As an offense, you never want to play this game in a state of desperation. That's what so much of that felt like. Forcing you to go for it, forcing you to pass. I think forcing the quarterback to get rid of it and take a chance, that was just less than ideal all the way around.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Tossing it to Henderson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. It's Henderson on the give. And 2nd down only works out for a yard. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. He rolls to his right. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I'm not going to lie, when he dropped back to pass, I was surprised they were willing to put it in the air. But how about this defense? They weren't surprised, and now they give their offense a chance to go win it.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds his man over the middle. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. He'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So now it's 2nd and long.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Dump off caught by his back. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Patriots adding an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now to throw. And they got there in time. He's working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock continuing to run. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, after that stop, Kate, they can start to celebrate. Well, kind of. They still got to finish this game. And my favorite formation in football, that victory formation. Get into it, secure the football, and you'll secure this victory.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they could just run out this clock. Design run here for me. So the Patriots come in and take the win on the road. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out